Welcome back to the Pearl Report. Even if single parents from the mainland manage to obtain the coveted one-way permit to stay here with their Hong Kong-born children, they often face discrimination and exploitation.
Last month, Xiaonian queued at this Yuen Long kindergarten for an application form for her son, Ga Wei. Most schools give out their forms in December, but Xiaonian will be back on the mainland renewing her two-way permit. Unfortunately, this kindergarten ended up scheduling an interview for Ga Wei in December.
So there's little hope of enrolling in this one. I'll have to find another.
Couldn't she write to the school to explain her plight?
About writing letters and reserving a place, I'm not optimistic about the chances.
Some kindergartens don't understand why these mothers often have to go to the mainland for permit renewal.
The Hong Kong government should first cater the need of Hong Kong babies whose parents are both Hong Kongers.
These mums have pressure from permits and from society.
For instance, they don't qualify for public health care because they don't have a Hong Kong ID card.
Because I'm holding a two-way permit, I have to see private doctors.
Xiaonian saw one recently for her insomnia.
He says I'm too nervous and always worry too much. After taking meds, I'm more relaxed and think less. Then I can sleep.
They feel relatively confused sometimes because they lack an identity. They even suffer from depression.
My emotions are too unstable.
Two-way permit holders also aren't allowed to work.
Sometimes, relatives and friends pity her and give her some money. If she had an ID card, she could work, earn some money, and I could look after her son sometimes. Then life would be better.
But in the current system, one-way permits are elusive.
I've seen many of them waited 3-5 years before they can get the one-way permit. And some of them have been here for more than 10 years. The outlook is not very optimistic.
I'm really pessimistic about it. After all, many people are discussing the population policy and saying don't give any more one-way permits to us mainlanders.
Anyone come to Hong Kong and sooner or later who becomes Hong Kong residents share the resources in Hong Kong. That's why before anyone coming to Hong Kong to become the permanent residents, we should think twice.
May, another cross-border single mum, gets food assistance from a Christian organization.
Now that it's cold, it's a bit hard, but I can use the rice cooker to make it crisp. I can also steam it and it'll be al dente and tasty. If it's not past the sell-by date, I mostly let my son eat it. If the date has expired, I mostly eat it. If something goes wrong, it's better I suffer than my son.
Chan Wai Hong helps publicize the plight of mainland single parents.
2 years ago, we approached National People's Congress Deputy Bernard Chan.
In March 2010, Bernard Chan proposed to mainland authorities to consider giving one-way permits based on humanitarian grounds.
The wording of the Public Security Bureau's reply is positive.
For mainlanders whose Hong Kong spouses have died and their offsprings are under 18, the Public Security Bureau can consider approving their applications to settle in Hong Kong to take care of their children.
Xu Junlin and her 8-year-old daughter Wai Ling live in a subdivided flat in Yuen Long. Junlin, a native of Fujian, married a Hong Kong hairdresser in 2004. A few months later, she became pregnant. She says her husband couldn't take the financial pressure and started beating her.
He hit me with a clothes hanger like this. Hit me until I was bruised all over, here and here. I protected my 7-month-old fetus. And he hit me here and on my head, wanting me to die. When the baby was 8 months old, he hit her, bruising her whole bottom.
Wai Ling was hospitalized for 2 weeks. Junlin then took her Hong Kong-born daughter back to Fujian and later divorced her husband.
My heart was broken. I told my parents our life over there was inhumane. My whole life was a failure. Broken marriage, ruined reputation, a daughter to raise by myself. Those were hard times.
In 2010, Junlin got a 3-month two-way permit and brought 5-year Wai Ling back to Hong Kong.
I often thought if I didn't allow her to go to school in Hong Kong, would she blame me when she grew up? I shouldn't deprive her of her rights.
Even though she had to keep renewing her permit on the mainland, sometimes bringing Wai Ling with her.
Frequent travel between Hong Kong and the mainland has a big impact on a child's mind. They can't focus in school.
My daughter couldn't catch up. She couldn't speak and write properly.
At the end of 2012, Junlin applied to authorities on the mainland for a 1-year multiple exit permit and had to wait there for it.
We spent 50 days on the mainland. My daughter couldn't go to school for over a month.
The Society for Community Organization appealed to Hong Kong Immigration for help, and Junlin got her 1-year permit this February.
This year is much better. I can focus on looking after my daughter, and she can focus on her studies. Her grades have slowly risen. My daughter getting a comprehensive education in Hong Kong will be the happiest thing in my life.
Junlin applied for a 1-way permit in April last year and has not heard from authorities.
For divorce cases, mainland authorities think it's their own fault or it's a fake marriage.
Chan has helped 11 single mums get 1-way permits. Only one is a divorcee.
The current policy gives 1-way permits to widows. Why not support divorced cases like us?
If the central government has no guidelines for provincial and municipal public security bureaus to approve divorce cases, public security wouldn't easily let them live in Hong Kong.
Divorce or other cases all focus on taking care of their children. They should use discretion to help them.
Sally, a single mother whose Hong Kong husband passed away in 2005, has just received approval for her 1-way permit.
Of course, I was ecstatic when I heard.
She no longer has to keep going to the mainland for permit renewal.
I told my son, Mommy can soon use her ID card to cross the border.
With her ID card, she's also confident of securing a job to support herself and her son.
I think I'm hardworking. I want to get a job from 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. so I can pick up my son at 3:30 from school. It won't be difficult to find a job like that.
If you say you have to take care of your kid at a certain time, you won't get a job like that.
Jessie Yu heads the Hong Kong Single Parents Association.
Single mothers new to Hong Kong don't know local labor laws and are often exploited.
For instance, Jessie knows of a single mum working in a restaurant.
The restaurant required her to clock in an hour after she starts work and clock out an hour before leaving work. So only 3 working hours are recorded. Employees get a free meal if they work 4 hours. If you only work 3 hours, no meal is offered.
Then there's the workload.
Accumulate a pile of dishes, then call you into work. You can't get through all the dishes while you work, so you're totally exploited.
Sally has never been accepted, even by her own in-laws, who forced Sally and her son to move out of their house after her husband died.
I sometimes feel uncomfortable hearing what they say, like they welcome us to Hong Kong, but not to stay with them. Many people in Hong Kong now had come from the mainland, right? After a few years, our children will be a part of Hong Kong too. If I became a Hong Konger in the future, I wouldn't treat mainlanders that way.
If most reunion happen in Hong Kong, that means the resources may be shared. And every one of you in Hong Kong may suffer in the future. So we should think of whether there's a possibility to make it more easy to have reunion in the China side.
Well, thank you for watching our show. It will be re-aired on Tuesday and Saturday, as well as on tvb.com. Until then, from the Pearl Report team, good night, good luck, and good health.